All right, let's pull back the curtain on one of the most controversial stories in modern history. You ever wonder if there's more to world events than what we're told? Well, there's a documentary called Everything is a Rich Man's Trick that exposes there's a secret power pulling the strings behind the scenes, everywhere from the JFK assassination to 9/11. Here's the wild version of history you don't get in school. President John F. Kennedy wasn't just killed by a lone gunman. Nope. The story goes, it was a full-blown plan by a shadowy group of oil tycoons, mafia bosses, politicians, and even top intelligence officials. The night before the assassination, 20 key plotters met in Dallas, including Vice President Lyndon B. Johnson and FBI Director J. Edgar Hoover. Their motive? Kennedy had made enemies out of just about everyone with real power. The CIA, the mafia, Big Oil, the military-industrial complex, and even his own vice president. The execution? Way more than a single shooter. There were 8 gunmen firing from multiple directions. And here's where it gets even crazier. The documentary says the fatal shot actually came from a storm drain, not a building. Plus, Oswald, the guy blamed for it all, was just the fall guy, set up from the start by intelligence handlers. When Oswald was killed by Jack Ruby, it was to make sure he'd never talk. But it doesn't stop with the shooting. The cover-up, according to the film, was next-level body doubles, faked autopsies, hampered films, and witnesses systematically silenced, all designed to hide the real story and protect the powerful. Now, let's zoom out. The documentary argues this wasn't a one-off. It traces this rich man's trick all the way back to the early 20th century, when American and British elites were secretly backing the Nazis. Yeah, you heard that right. The same power players, the theory goes, created a shadow government, controlling politics, media, and wars to serve their own financial interests. War, it says, is just a business, one that keeps the public scared, distracted, and easy to control, while the people at the top rake in the profit. So, what's the takeaway? Everything is a rich man's trick. Challenges us to question who really benefits from the chaos we see in the world. Are we witnessing random events? Or is there a secret playbook we're not supposed to? Think about it. Who really pulls the strings?